So we'll start standing at the back of our mats. Inhale, reach the arms high. Lengthen upward. Go up onto your tippy toes, and then exhale, plant the backs of the heels down. Peel the toes up off of the mat. And exhale, spread them, plant them down. Release the arms back behind, interlace fingertips. Roll the shoulders down and back. And exhale, take a deep bend in the knees and let the torso just kind of hang heavy onto your thighs. Drop your head. Release any tension in the neck and let the arms open up over top of you. Option 2, pedal out the heels here, straightening one leg, bending the other. And we'll exhale, release the hands, walk the fingertips forward into your first downward facing dog. We'll take a moment to pedal out the heels here. If you want to find some more movement, you can do some spinal rolls, rolling the shoulders over the wrists, tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin, and then inhale, lifting the tailbone up, opening up through the heart. Downward facing dog. Moving at your own breath, your own pace. Option also to drop the knees if that's a little intense for your wrists. So just kind of roll and find some more movement here, almost like cat-cow. And take 2 more breaths here. And then we'll meet in child's pose. And take the palms facing up. And let the forehead rest on the mat. We'll inhale, look to the hands, walk the fingertips forward, take the knees underneath the hips into a baby puppy pose. Not going too deep into this just yet. And take the weight into your right hand. Walk the left fingertips underneath your right arm. Let the left shoulder come down and maybe walk your right fingertips over to the left side of your mat. And inhale, press the weight back into that right hand. Unwind and walk the right fingertips underneath the left arm. Right shoulder goes down. Left fingertips walk over to the right side of your mat. And then exhale, plant the hands back down. We'll come into puppy pose now. And then if you can, try and keep your hips right over your knees, stacking your bones. Lift the tailbone, squeeze the shoulder blades together, opening up through the heart space, the front of the chest. Using the strength of your back and the strength of your legs to press you open. And then exhale, plant the forearms down, slither forward into Sphinx. Roll the shoulders down and back. Try and find some length between your ears and your shoulders. You don't want to be slouching too much, but keep engaged. And then imagining the heart moving forward and up, almost like a C shape or a wave. And exhale, your right arm out to a T. Roll up onto the right side body. Let the left leg come back behind. And rest your forehead on the mat here. Try and find some gravity in this left glute. to twist you further and deeper. And with your exhale, going a little bit deeper, finding some more space to twist and expand. And then exhale, unwind, plant the hand down, come back onto the belly. We'll come up for cobra pose. Take the fingertips down, engage the legs, press down with the legs, lift the heart up, and find some movement here, just like we did before, in like that kind of snake-like move. Letting the head hang, and then opening up the chest. Do 2 or 3 more of these. Option 2, find some more stillness. Maybe you stay in cobra and hold it. And then exhale, come all the way down. Take the left arm out to a T, roll up onto the left side body. Right foot comes over and back behind. You can rest your head on your mat. Again, finding some gravity as you exhale into that right glute to twist you deeper. Exhale a little bit deeper to your fullest expression, and then exhale, unwind. Bring yourself back to center. We'll take fingertips interlaced back behind this time. Roll the shoulders down and back. Prepare, exhale. Deep inhale, rise up. Shalabhasana, locust pose. Take 1 to 2 more breaths here, lifting a little bit higher, and exhale, release all the way. We'll plant the hands down, tuck the toes, and come up to tabletop. Take the knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath shoulders. And we'll move through some cat-cow. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin for cat. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the heart for cow. And option 2, make this your own. This is unique and your personal practice. So finding some side-to-side movements, taking the rib cage in a circle. Or maybe you walk your fingertips out into a cat-cow and adding in that snake-like movement. But whatever you choose, whatever your body's calling you, go ahead and do that now. And you can take your time. Really feeling into what your body needs in this moment. And in your next few breaths, find your way to downward facing dog. once you're there, we'll inhale, lift up onto the tippy toes, find some length, maybe take a bend in the knees. And then inhale, straighten the legs, take both ankles over to the right side. So your left ankle might just step onto your right toes, but you'll feel a really big side body stretch in the left rib cage. And inhale back to center, lift up high, bend the knees. Inhale back to straighten, and exhale, take both ankles over to the left. Opening up the right side body. And inhale back to center, downward facing dog. And inhale, look forward to the hands, take the right leg high. And exhale, step through low lunge. Your left knee is going to come all the way down onto the mat. And then inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, cactus arms, open up the heart. And inhale, hands to center. Option 2, go into lizard pose from here. You can also twist to the left, reach back for that back foot. Or maybe you sit the hips back into a half splits. We are going to have enough time here for you to do all 3. So go ahead and just listen to what your body is telling you. If you do go into lizard pose, just make sure you flex your toes high and then let the knee open up to the side. Option 4, a twist in lizard pose as well, taking the weight into the left forearm or the left hand. Reach the right arm back and maybe kick that foot into your hand. But wherever you are, please listen to your body and don't push yourself too hard. And taking 2 to 3 more breaths, finishing up wherever you're at. Come back into that low lunge once you're done. Hands to heart center. We'll tuck the toes in the back and inhale up to crescent lunge, high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms high. Audible exhale, cactus arms, open up the heart. And we'll take arms, fingertips, interlace back behind, and just like we did before in our forward fold, we're going to fold and let the arms open up overhead. And inhale back up, plant the right hand down, let your left ankle come down parallel to the back of your mat, and then inhale, reach the left arm high, side angle. Inhale, sweep the arms high, warrior 2. And exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, come back up, warrior 2. And we'll straighten the right leg, shorten the stance just a little bit, and make sure that your hips are squared and open to the side of the room. Take the right arm down towards the ground and slowly go into triangle pose. Shoulders are stacked. And inhale, back to center. We'll take the left foot a little bit closer. Take the right leg back. into pyramid pose. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold over that right leg. And inhale back to center. Plant the hands down, step the right foot back. Come into a plank position and exhale through your vinyasa, chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. And then inhale, lift the left leg high. And exhale, step it through a low lunge. Right knee comes down. Inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, cactus arms, open the heart. And take hands to heart, just like we did on the opposite side. Moving at your own time, your own breath through either lizard pose or a twist to the right, reaching back for the right leg, or maybe you do half splits. And also, maybe you do all three. We definitely have time, so go ahead and explore those. Again, making sure if you're dropping into lizard that you lift your left toes high as your knee opens to the left. An option for a twist here if you did so on the opposite side. Weight into the right forearm. Reach the left arm up and back, bend the right knee. And exhale, release. And taking 3 to 4 more breaths here, wherever you're at. And then take hands back to center, tuck the right toes back behind. Inhale, lift up to crescent lunge, high lunge, arms go high. Audible exhale, open up through the heart, cactus arms. And then interlace fingertips back behind, exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up. Let the right ankle come all the way down. The left arm comes to the ground, side ankle pose. And inhale, sweep the arms up, warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, shorten your stance just a little bit, straighten the front leg. Make sure your hips are open to the side, triangle pose. Shoulders stack. And exhale, plant the right hand down, shorten your stance, and take the toes facing to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pyramid pose, fold. And inhale, look out, plant the hands down, step the left foot back into a plank pose. An option to add in 2 or 3 more poses that are your favorite before you meet in downward facing dog. And take your time. And exhale, meeting in downward facing dog. And we'll inhale, lift the left leg high. Let it open to the right side of the room. Draw some circles with your foot. Draw some circles with your knee. And then inhale, lengthen all the way, open up, and drop into Wild Thing. You'll look to your left hand, weight in the right hand, and your left leg will plant down. Lift the hips high, open up the chest. Exhale, unwind, keep the knee into the chest, and then come into Fallen Triangle. Knee threads over to the right, right arm reaches up, and you can take your left foot to the ground, lift the hips high. Exhale, unwind, three-legged downward facing dog, lift the leg up. One more time. Exhale, downward facing dog, plant the left foot down. Inhale, look to the hands. We'll drop the knees, come into camel pose. So knees directly underneath the hips, roll the shoulders down and back. And then exhale, opening up from the top of the head, the top of the spine. Keeping an engaged spine. Release one hand, then the other. And exhale, counter pose. I like to take my hands on the tops of my knees and just round through the spine. And we'll take 1 to 2 more rounds of camel. If you prefer bow pose, you can go ahead and do 2 rounds of bow. I'm going to do 1 round of both just to demo it. But if you like a bow pose a little bit better, go ahead and do 2 rounds of that. So if you are doing camel, I like to place my hands just below the last rung of my ribs, just where my spine needs a little bit extra support. Roll the shoulders down and back, tuck the tailbone, then lift up through the gaze first. And exhale, releasing one arm, then the other. And still moving at your own breath and your own time. Moving towards a bow pose if you're going to try that one. Just try and kick your feet up towards your glutes. And then it doesn't matter if your hands are on the outside, thumbs down, or if your hands are on the inside, thumbs up. Whatever feels good to you. You're going to exhale, prepare just like we did in Shalabhasana. And then rise on an inhale. Kick the feet into the hands. The harder you kick, the more open the front of your chest and your sternum is going to feel. So if you're not rocking at all in this pose, chances are you're not breathing. So try not to hold your breath. And exhale, release. You can shake the feet side to side. Beautiful. Beautiful. Exhale, plant the hands down. Come into child's pose, lengthen the spine. You can even take the knees a little bit wider into more of a frog / child's pose if you want to open up the hips a little bit more. Inhale, look to the hands. Come up into puppy pose one more time. We'll go a little bit deeper here. And we're going to really engage through the glutes, through the legs to press open the heart. Lift the tailbone. Use the shoulders to open up through the back of the heart, pressing the sternum and the chest forward. And inhale, slither forward to Sphinx. And you'll take your right forearm either parallel to the side of your mat or parallel to the front of your mat, whichever feels more comfortable. And exhale, reach the left arm back behind. Inhale, prepare. Kick the foot up into the hand. Pressing down with the top of the right foot. Breathe. And exhale, release. We'll take both feet into our hands up to the glutes and roll onto the right side body. Kicking the feet out to the side. You should feel both shoulders opening up through the front of the chest. And inhale back to center. Keep the right hand around that right foot. Left forearm goes down. Exhale, prepare. And inhale, rise up. And exhale, release. Take both feet into the hands, rolling onto the left side body. Inhale back to center, release all the way, plant the hands down, lift up into upward facing dog. And exhale, come to downward facing dog. And then inhale, reach the right leg high, find some length on those tippy toes. And exhale, let it open to the side of the room, draw some circles with the foot. Draw some circles with your knee. Inhale, looking to the hands, preparing to drop into Wild Thing. Right hand comes up off the ground. Right foot plants down. Beautiful. Exhale, unwind. Keep the right leg lifted and into the chest. Exhale, thread it over to the left, fallen triangle on the left side. Inhale back to center, plant the left hand down, reach the right leg high, and exhale, downward facing dog. We'll inhale, look to the hands, walk the toes up to the center of your mat. Let the hands slide towards you and grab opposite elbows. Just shake from side to side for a moment here. And inhale, flat back, look out. Rise all the way up, lengthen. Exhale, hands to heart. So from here we're going to do 3 open heart cactus arms. And each time we audibly exhale, cactus arms open, we're going to open up just a little bit more, a little bit further, making that C shape or that wave shape, lifting forward and up with the upper chest. So inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, cactus arms open. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open the heart. Inhale, last one. And exhale, open. Come back to standing. And we'll take feet at hips distance. We'll take a slight bend into the knees, not quite chair pose, but almost there. And then we're going to do something very similar with our arms, and we're going to incorporate the snake-like spinal movement to really open up through all areas of our spine, through the low, mid, and upper spine. So we're going to exhale, bend the knees, let the arms fall overhead, and then inhale, roll up, open up the chest, lead with the hips, sit back, bend the knees, exhale, fold, rolling up, and then inhale, opening. Getting a little bit more expressive, and a little bit more unaware of what you look like, what you sound like, and focusing on how it feels, how your breath feels, how your body feels, how your heart feels. Do 2 more rounds, really opening, expressing. And then exhale, forward fold all the way. Inhale, look out, and we'll come to a seated position. Come all the way onto our backs. And once you're all the way back, you will place your hands by your hips. Option to do a round or two of bridge before we go into full wheel. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath, and then inhale, lift the hips high. You can take fingertips interlaced underneath your hips. And if you are going to practice 1 or 2 more rounds of bridge, you can take one foot into your center line of gravity and inhale the other leg. And switching legs. And just like we did before with our 1 or 2 rounds of wheel or camel pose, or bow or camel pose, you can practice that bridge pose again, and feel free to ignore me. If you do want to practice wheel, just take your fingertips towards your shoulders, and you're going to exhale, release, plant the feet really firmly. And deep inhale, rise on the inhale, come up, press up strong with the arms. And from here, don't focus on trying to walk your hands or your feet close together. Actually try and focus on using the strength of your legs to press open the upper part and upper shoulders, the upper part of the spine, rather than relying just on your low spine to open up here. Tailbone is tucked, arms are strong, glutes are engaged. And then exhale, coming down when you're ready, taking a counter pose. Option to do 1 more heart opener that you really truly love, whether that's a wheel or bow or maybe dancer on both sides. Making this practice yours. And then giving yourself a moment to play around with 1 or 2 more poses before we start to relax and go into Shavasana, or more meditative state. But I'm going to practice wheel one more time. And wherever you are, just focusing on your breath. Sensation. Beautiful. Take our right hand to our belly, come onto our backs, left hand on the heart. And take the soles of the feet together, let the knees peel open. Feeling the balance, the harmony inside of your body and your bones and your tissues, all the way down to your senses. Feeling completely whole and supported and able to relax and let go. We'll inhale, rise up, giving ourselves 1 to 2 forward folds, either legs engaged, arms engaged, and folding down. Or we can take a more passive fold, take the knees wide and just rolling open. Beginning to feel really heavy, letting our eyes close and turning inward to our inner state and our inner world. If you're finding yourself a little restless, you can try and practice noticing your breath, counting your breath, and releasing the urge to move or have any sense of control right now. Eventually releasing the legs, coming all the way down onto our backs and into Shavasana. Resting, rejuvenating, and really allowing ourselves to fully release. And we'll start to wiggle the fingertips, wiggle the toes, roll the ankles and the wrists. Bending the elbows, bending the knees, and waking up, fully reaching the arms overhead and making ourselves as long as possible. And exhale, take the knees into the chest, curl yourself into a tiny ball, hugging yourself in gratitude and love for the practice, the breath, the movement, the energy that went into your body today. Rolling onto your favorite side and making your way to a seated position. Thank you so much for honoring your heart, honoring your body, your breath. Beautiful practice. Namaste.